I like that. I like that. Truly on the spot.
All right, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good, sir.
Yeah, you're looking in shape.
Well,
Been working on
I have not.
How you doing?
Yeah, during my tenure in office as the parliamentary secretary responsible for tourism, I never had a minute to work out. I neglected. I neglected.
Free time when you have.
So now, I'm making up for lost time.
Making up the last time, but knowing you, your ears are always to the ground. You're always staying alert. Whatever the issues are, you're well versed with them. You know exactly what's happening. Right around.
Well, although we have a secret organization in terms of the reigning government, and it's very difficult to get information, you still, as you said, have to keep your ears to the ground and try to glean whatever information that you can have, and you have to fact check it because there's so much propaganda that emanates from the administration. Not so much from the administration because most of the ministers really don't say very much, but the Minister of Infrastructure, he says quite a lot, and it's interesting and always fascinating to hear him and promulgating and promoting his promises that he has made to the people since 2003 and 4 and continue to make. But we know what they say about promises, and obviously it seems as if it has been a cover to this fool.
You mentioned something you just now. You said communication has been kind of scarce in the past.
Yeah, I mean,
We use the term in the UK that silence is deafening.
yeah, the silence is deafening, but as of recently, they have hired a public relations specialist who conducts a weekly program for them where they can go in friendly confines without any probing questions from the media and just have a chit chat. And that's what it is. It's not pressing questions. It's no fact checking. There's no questions that make them think and have to come up with the answers and so forth. It's just a propaganda machine. It reminds me of Joseph Goebbels, the Hitler propaganda mechanism that he set up during his time after he came to power in Germany, where he set up this propaganda machine under Joseph Goebbels, and it's basically the same modus operandi.
So then, let me see if I can probe a little bit here, kind of get some answers
Mm-hmm.
from you and factual.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't really deal when
Right, right. Mm-hmm.
who's
Mm-hmm.
misleading,
Mm-hmm.
distorting the facts.
Right, right.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't deal with the news.
Right.
I
Mm-hmm.
deal with the actual issues of the personal issues of the facts.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question, Mr. Hughes. What are your most immediate serious concerns as to the position that Angola is in terms of financially and the economy, the alarming rising debt crisis,
Mm-hmm.
and possibly a collapse of what is deemed a crippled economy?
Well, you just gave the answer to that question. I think one of the biggest issues that we have in Angola right now is the fact that the debt is rising. And I truly believe that even though we have a debt right now in excess of 250, 260, $560 million, I still believe, based on our record, well, we don't know, but as far as I said, I like to deal with the facts, and as far as I know, based on the facts that was produced in the budget for 2018, it's somewhere in the region of $567 million. Now that is up from $206 million when we left office, 206 million EC. So basically, it's almost 3 times the amount that it was. That is a pressing issue, but there's a number of other pressing issues that we have in this country, and so. Mhm. The economy is one of those, but we for us to believe that the only way to grow this economy is by having a major hotel project every few years. That those days are long gone, and I think one of the things that the government of Angola, this present administration, was able to fool the people about is that they will have Anguilla like 2004, 5, and 6, when there was a global boom, bubble really, in the real estate sector. They were able to tell the people, hey, an economic boom is coming. We have investors lined out outside of Angola. As a matter of fact, the Minister of Infrastructure, Mr. Curtis Richardson, I can quote him as saying that he will unleash the great potential of the Angolan contractors and there'll be no more crumbs. And this is a direct quote from him. Once he comes to office, he has one of his billboards in the South Hill area was a marina. He's going to have a marina, and the chief minister, Mr. Banks, said one of the immediate things that, coming to office was moving of the strip to undisclosed location, immediate repeal of the levy. Every one of the members of the Angola United Front reiterated that the levy will be removed because it's an unfair tax and burdensome tax. And Ms. Cora Richardson Hodge were of the opinion that the reason why there were closures of Marijuana and other businesses was because of the tax, and her area was flatlined because of the interim stabilization levy. And they said that they had investors lined out outside of Angola. And Mr. Banks himself, and I can directly quote him, said that he will have 2 marinas started within the first 2 years of coming to office. So, maybe the light of the beacon went out and they can't find the location. But those were promises that we as a people, we fell for. Coupled